in. Starting at the bottom half of this month and going until about the bottom half of March, there's going to be an art exhibit called Threads of Life, Staining Indonesia's Textile Traditions. It's going to be held at the Isla Center for the Arts, and here to talk about that very interesting exhibit are the co-founder of the Threads for Life, Ms. Jean Howe, and UOG sociology professor, Dr. Kirk Johnson. Thank you very much for being here, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Dr. Johnson, we had you on last time about the UOG group that you're bringing to Indonesia. Explain a little bit about this project and what it means for people to visit.
We've had about 10 years now where UOG has been engaged in Bali in a field school, and every spring semester we take a group of students to Bali, and over the past 6 or 7 years we've been blessed to have collaborated with Threads of Life, this organization in Bali that works with about 52 village communities throughout Indonesia, reviving this very important art of textile weaving. And our students have been visiting one particular village in eastern Bali, and so we've been talking with the organization and Jean and the other folks in Bali for a few years now, and finally we're very excited that this is coming to fruition. They've just arrived a few days ago, and the exhibit opens this Thursday. Yeah.
Now, Jean, maybe something you may not know about our island here. Indonesian art is actually very popular here, and many people travel and they pick up keepsakes and everything like that. So, given our interest in Indonesian art and everything, what can people expect to see, and what styles and variations are there?
Well, when we got involved with the work with Threads of Life, this was in 1998, right around the economic crisis. And the thing we saw disappearing the most in the textile arts was a really high-end traditional textiles that they needed for ritual ceremonies. So what people are going to see at the Isla Gallery is actually the ceremonial textiles that are still used in the cultures today. So there'll be some simpler pieces that are used as shoulder cloths, that could be used as table runners or something to wear, but also really, really high-end, beautiful art pieces that would be, as I said, still used in the cultures today, but we could put it up on a wall, and those are the types of things that we're displaying. More importantly, I think, too, is we're also trying to give people an idea of that this culture is still alive. It's not something that you're going to just find in museums, but if you went to the communities today, you'll see people using these for many, many different types of ceremonies and rituals.
Okay, so on that note, these are pieces that anybody can come and appreciate and learn more about the Indonesian culture, but people that actually want to take some things home, they are going to be for sale as well.
They're all for sale, yep. And we're here with, I'm here for just a short time setting up the installation, but Wenton is a Balinese, and he works with our organization, and he's going to be here for the full time of the exhibition, and he'll be offering classes to people who might be interested in knowing about how ceremonial baskets are made, batik. So we'll be doing hands-on batik, and then also offering a number of lectures about introduction to Indonesian textiles and their use, meaning of motifs, and then also talking about a couple of specific islands related to both livelihood with Lontar palms and also a particular island, Savu, which is one of the many, as Kirk mentioned, of the 11 islands that we're working in. So we're really hoping people come and see the exhibition while it's here.
Okay, well maybe if we can, and for the both of you, especially you, Dr. Johnson, maybe take a step back, and now that we've covered the people that will be most interested in Indonesian art, for people that are maybe new to the forms and maybe the materials and the styles and everything like that, what classically is used in Indonesian art, and what can people expect to see that have never experienced it before?
I'll turn to you for that.
Well, I think if people think of Indonesian art, most of it comes from Bali probably, so people would think of wood carving, or they would think of probably some basketry. And in this case, what they're going to be looking at here in these textiles is specifically they'll be seeing lots of different motifs and how they're used in traditional culture. So you might see in some communities where fishing is really important, there'll be manta ray motifs that are used in the textiles. But these are motifs that have been handed down from grandmother to current weavers today. You'll see some of the motifs that would relate back to early trade in Indonesia from Ming Dynasty, so motifs of dragons. You'll see motifs from Indian trade, from textiles that would have been used as currency during the spice trade, and those will be floral patterns. So really, I think the real exciting thing about these textiles is they tell a story about our shared history.
Okay, so Doc, you want to wrap up? We've got about 20 seconds. When can people experience this exhibit?
Well, the exhibit opens this Thursday at 5:30 with an opening talk by Jean at the UOG lecture hall, the class lecture hall. And we want to thank the Guam Humanities Council and the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences for making this possible. And then after the lecture, people can come over to the Isla Center where there's going to be food and the launching of the exhibit, and it lasts for a whole month. And she said, Wenton is here, a very experienced, knowledgeable person that will be giving several workshops. And they can call Velma at the Isla Center at 735-2965 to reserve a spot in any one of those workshops. And they can call to find out more about those workshops and go on the UOG website as well to get more information.